Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned and has taken refuge in India, ma'am. So how do you see the situation?
The situation in Bangladesh is very volatile today. You are right that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina gave her resignation yesterday to the President of Bangladesh, and she has left the country. She is currently in India, and the situation is evolving. Whether she would like to stay on in India or go somewhere else is for her to decide. I think we have to watch carefully what is happening in Bangladesh. The world thinks that it was a quota reform movement, that the students' movement. But actually the students and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina have for the longest time been on the same wavelength. It is Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina who abolished the quota in 2018, and this year when in the month of June, when the High Court restored the quota, she went to the Supreme Court, so and again in favor of the students, and student groups even joined the government of Bangladesh in going to the Supreme Court. So I think the students and the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's government, they were on the same page. In between, what happened, that because there was a clash between the students and the Awami Chhatra League, so all the other political parties, the Jamaat-e-Islami, Shibir, which their student wing, the BNP student wing, they all came onto the street, and there was complete mayhem, complete chaos, violence, deaths. In fact, the day before yesterday, the leading paper of Bangladesh, Daily Star, published a report that they said up to that time, now many more have died because 2 days of violence on Monday and Sunday continued, but up to Sunday morning, the reports were that 204 people had died, and of them 53 were students. And the remaining were, civil society people or police people, even the law keepers who had been killed and so on. So you can see from this that it is a very volatile situation. I think after the clashes started, the Jamaat-e-Islami has tried to take over the situation. And now it seems that it is the Jamaat-e-Islami who controls power to the largest extent. Even within the army, there are talks that there will be a Jamaat-e-Islami group, and they may be opposing the present chief of army staff who has been appointed by Sheikh Hasina. So there might be a change even there. So there is a very volatile situation going on. We've got news from outside Dhaka that there have been killings, temples have been attacked, individual intellectuals and Awami League people have been killed and hung from trees. So it's a very difficult situation. We in India, the government is watching it very carefully because we want a stable neighborhood. We want there to be stability in Bangladesh, we want economic development in Bangladesh, we want democracy in Bangladesh, we want the students to be happy. So we are watching the situation to see that now that Sheikh Hasina is no longer Prime Minister, the Awami League is out of power, what will happen? We have so many projects with Bangladesh. We have economic interaction with Bangladesh, economic projects. We have built so many projects in Bangladesh and handed them over to the people. There's connectivity projects, there's education projects, health projects, so many. There's cooperation between the industries, between so many Indian companies have set up over there. So all that is very much in continuation. We want it to continue because this helps the people of Bangladesh. And for the people of Bangladesh, they export about $2 billion worth of goods to India. So obviously their industry also will want to continue. So both sides, I think, are interested in continuing the economic cooperation, but we have to wait and see who is in power, who is controlling. Today the name of Professor Mohammed Yunus has come up, maybe as head of the interim government or as chief advisor to the interim government. All this is a matter of flux. So let us see what happens.